The essential skills we'll cover in this video are cropping, selecting, and also image adjusting as well, just to take this shot here, turn it into a portrait shot, select the leaves, and then darken the background to make the foreground leaves stand out more. So let's kick off by grabbing the crop tool. And the cool thing with this is you can crop to a specific file size, like a 5 by 7 inch photo, for example. So select that, make sure that it's 7 inches high by swapping them around like so, and then just click and drag to draw the new size that you want. And you can drag it to position it so that you've got the composition right, and then either hit return or click this little tick, and there's your crop shot. What we'll do next is select these leaves. Now we could do that with the freehand selection tool, the lasso, but that's quite tricky to do it very accurately, so let's just let go of that. Control D to deselect it, and let's select something that's a little bit more intelligent, the magnetic lasso, and that will cling to the edges of the leaf as we draw. Now the cool thing is we can make that less or more sensitive by taking the width down a little bit so it doesn't get so lost as it's looking for similar pixels, and we can increase the edge contrast, or decrease it rather, to make it more specific about what it actually chooses. Something like 7% will do. Control plus to zoom in a little bit so we can see the leaves more clearly. I'm holding the space bar to get the hand tool there, and let's just move the layers out of the way for the moment, because we can't actually move those once we start drawing and they could get in the way. So click to place your first anchor point, and we're ready to draw. Okay, as you click and then move the mouse, it automatically drops anchor points around the edge of the selection there. You can see that it's looking for similarities in pixels, so it's not selecting the background, it's just going for the leaf. But once you get to here, it's quite difficult to tell because it's rather soft focus, so click to give it a helping hand. If it gets lost, you can place anchor points manually until it gets back to a bit that it likes again, like here, lots of contrast, and off it goes. So it's a fairly rough and ready selection because we're just adjusting the background there and selecting this leaf in the foreground, or these two leaves. And what we'll do is we'll feather the selection once we've drawn it, just to make it more subtle so we don't get a very dramatic blend. And around we go. I'm trying not to go too slowly so you can see how quick this tool is. And then let's just go around the top there, and that should do, like so. And you can catch this little bit here as well by going to the tools up here in the options bar, clicking subtract from selection, and then using the same technique just to draw into this little area here so it's all part of the selected area. And then if we move in, we can see we've missed a few bits, but we can modify that by using this tool here. It's the selection brush tool, and that allows you to click and spray to modify the marquee and add bits that you've missed to the selection very, very quickly, like so. You can also subtract bits that you don't want from the selection using that icon there. So it's very straightforward in tidying up problem selections. And what I'll do now is go to select and feather, just to give us a softer edge around our marquee selection. Maybe about 3 pixels will do the trick. Click OK, and that just softens it and helps it blend with the background more. Now let's inverse the selection. Go to select inverse to select everything but the leaves. We can then go to the layers palette and create a new adjustment layer by clicking here, go to levels, and then we can use that to darken the background just by taking the shadows and making them even darker, so that you've got a shot like this. Click OK, and then very quickly I'm just going to grab the old crop tool again because I've spotted a little bit at the top there that needs to be tidied up, and just pull that in slightly here, hit return, and there is our macro shot with the foreground leaves being shown up and the background being darkened.